What's up, guys? I'm Jonathan Ibarra with IBARRA'S Food Truck Builders. We're here at Street Tacos, and today we're gonna talk about the design, the layout, how I lay out the kitchen, why I do it the way I do, how the entire flow works very, very smoothly. Now, if you can see, look around. We're here at Fremont and Las Vegas Boulevard, right before the experience. So come check us out, guys. So I kind of want to run a little bit of how I run Street Tacos here on Fremont, Las Vegas Boulevard. When I first started, I didn't have this entire setup. I built into it, okay? And it's something that I want to show you guys and what I recommend. When I first started, we just had the trailer and then we only had about one table. Now, I want to show you guys of how much I've upgraded and what I would recommend to you guys. So come on over here. So the first thing I recommend is having an A-frame or some kind of picture of your food. I'm actually gonna upgrade this right here and add the pictures instead of just the words and prices. So that's something that I will show you guys later on. Now over here where you get in line, again, if you look at this, look how inviting it is. I put a little sign letting people that this is where they enter and then they go on to the cashier. Now come on over here, let me show you guys the Street Taco Girls. All right, guys, say what's up to the Street Taco Girls. Okay, now come on over here. I just implemented this new thing. Instead of just having the fridge, I ended up putting the two-door prep to refrigerator. This will allow you to have the salsas, whether you want the client to serve themselves or you can serve them. Also, check this out. Because it could get a little hot out here and you have the sun, I also ended up adding a little shade, so check that out. Something you guys can think about if you want to add it onto your trailer. Or if they just want to ignore the people. Okay, now check this out. One of the newest things I added onto the Street Tacos is these tables. So again, I didn't want to put a full big table because it'll take a lot of space. Plus, I don't want people sitting down. So I put a little bar stool where people can just put their plates, 2-3 people eat, and then they can head out. Usually people are around for about 5-10 minutes, but at least I'm giving them something where they can eat comfortably and then head out. One of the things that I love doing is branding, making sure I put the brand out there, letting people know exactly who we are. I have big plans coming up very soon where I will be expanding the Street Tacos brand. I have news for that coming very, very soon. Okay, guys, let me show you guys something else that I think is really important that I highly recommend you do. Whenever you have a specialty, you really want to put it out there. You don't want to just, throw it on your menu and not let the people know about it. So again, what I recommend is doing something like this, whether it's an A-frame, put it on your trailer, put your main dish on there. Let people know what your specialty is, what your main dish is. And one of the great things is that it could become one of your best hits. Like I've said before, one of the most important things is knowing your demographic in the area that you're in. Tourist location like this, I don't have to have a very complicated menu, okay? Usually people are gonna stop by just because they're hungry and want something nice and quick. Whereas if you're in a certain location or if you're mobile, you wanna find out what they're looking for, what they want, okay? If you go somewhere and try and sell something that, it's not very popular in that area, then you might wanna think about changing up your menu or where you're going to sell. Also, I decided to open up 24/7 just because of the location that I'm in. We're on Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Experience where there's people walking at all hours of the day. Again, we are in Vegas, so it's a 24-hour city. It won't always apply to all locations, but again, it's okay to test it out. The first few months, I ended up testing out the 24 hours to see if it would be worth it. There are some really slow times throughout the day or throughout those hours, but again, without a test, you won't know. So I highly recommend you test out your different hours. One of the great things about being open 24 hours is that I get to employ a lot of people. I have 3 teams running this 24 hours. I have about 10 to 12 people running the food trailer during the weekend. Sometimes it can be more or less. And then I also have another team over at my commissary, which is only about 10 to 15 minutes away from here. Actually, it's about 10 minutes. And that's where I have a team cooking 24 hours. I gotta make sure I never run out. Again, it gets really, really busy here, so I gotta be on top of it. Okay, another thing I wanna do is show you guys my design, the way I build Street Tacos, and the reason why I do it. So come on over here. If you look closely, there is no frame right here blocking the al pastor. This is one of the most important things of my design, and I want people to see and experience the al pastor and how we operate it. One of the great things about this machine, the one that I got, is that it can hold up to 160 pounds of meat. So it's enough for a little while, but again, I do have rotating al pastors coming in and out throughout the day. And guys, check it out. We have our refrigerator van right there on its way to get more al pastor and just stock up because we got a busy, busy night tonight. So again, if you guys are free tonight, come check us out. We'll be open all night. Come see us. Again, marketing is one of the most important things you can do. You want to make sure you put your brand out there, especially a good logo. that people can remember no matter where you're at, whether it's here or at another location, people know exactly who you are. If you can see it, look at the detail. Even on my trash cans, I put the logo, I put them on the tables. You can see it pretty much everywhere, very clear. It's very catchy and not too complicated. That's one thing that I usually try and tell people, not to make it too complicated, not to make your food trailer too busy. The simpler, the better. Show your logo, and again, a lot of people will remember where you're at, who you are, and follow you for more. Remember guys, you want to make your food very visible. You want to let people know exactly what they sell. Don't let them read so much. Don't let them do all that stuff. One of the most important things is to show your food, get people's attention right away. Again, we do this stuff all in-house. So if you need help with it, designing something, we do wrap, we do vinyl, we do the whole thing. If you need tables, A-frames, all those things, let us know. We can help you with that and make your business very successful. All right guys, so follow me. Let me show you guys a little bit of the layout and how we lay out our kitchen. Okay, so the first thing we have is the Al Pastor right here in the corner so that it can be viewed by all of Fremont, everybody coming in from in and out of the Fremont experience. Right next to it, I have the big 6-foot flat top griddle, okay? The reason why I need this is because it's a very, very busy corner and you know, the more space, it won't stop me from making more and more food. Then right next to it, we have the prep table refrigerator. We have this because we have the meat right here prepared from the commissary. So from here, it goes to the flat top. They put the tacos, they make the plates, and then out the window over to the left. I only need one window because I have somebody outside. So I'm not a fan of taking orders inside the trailer. I prefer to have my girls outside where they can be interactive with the customers. It's more inviting, people like it more, people are more willing to come to you. Whereas if they see a trailer, they don't see anybody, sometimes they hesitate whether or not to go to the trailer or not. Okay, now over here on the back, I have two-door prep table refrigerators. Here's where I have all the condiments. So as you can see, we have everything ready, keeping everything in temperature, nice and closed. Check this out, guys, check this out. All right, fresh, everything is fresh. We don't let anything sit for too long, okay? And again, the good thing about here is that it's so busy that we can do the turnaround very quick and everything stays, again, very, very fresh. All right, guys, so let me show you guys how this is done right here, okay? Check this out. Perfect. This is how you make a perfect taco. All right, so from here, once we cut the meat, we push it over here. If it needs a little bit of more cooking, touchy, whatever it is, I lay out the tortillas. Well, I don't lay them out, but my cooks do. They lay out the tortillas and they prep everything from here. If it's not something they need to cook from here, they grab the meat from over there, they put it onto the flat top, they put it on the plate, and then they finish off over on this side. They put the toppings or anything like that. Now here at Street Tacos, we don't like to put the onions or the salt or anything like that. Instead, we go ahead and give them packages. If you look out there, she's actually packing up some of the onions, the salsas and stuff like that. That way you have the option of whether you want to add it or not. And we don't have to bother adding more or less or too much or too little. Okay, so over here on this corner, again, we got the plates already within hand's reach. We have the meats right here so that it can go straight into the flat top. Over here, we have a little order and pickup window, okay? So again, it's not with the clientele, it's actually my girls that come in, they drop off the order, I take it from here, we put it back here, they grab it and then hand it over to the customer. Quick, fast service. I ended up adding this extra little window over here just in case I sometimes tell my guys need something or somebody needs something. So I ended up adding this extra, but it's not necessary. And like every food trailer or food truck, you need your 3-compartment sink and your hand sink. I designed it this way so that it didn't take up much room, but again, I'm in compliance with all the rules and regulations. I also ended up adding a little freezer here just in case I need to have something extra, a little storage. It's not super necessary unless you have something that absolutely needs to be frozen while you're operating. Up above, we have the storages, stainless steel storages, everything covered up, closed in. Because we're in a very tourist area, people like to come in, get really close and take pictures. It's a great idea just to cover everything, give it a whole clean look. Okay guys, so that's the Street Tacos kitchen. Now you've seen the operation, how the flow goes. Now let's go try some food. One of the great things about being here in this corner on Fremont Street in Las Vegas Boulevard is I get to see all the events that happen, all the cool things that go on. Check this out, we got a bunch of bikers with some of the coolest bikes. Look at that, guys. This is one of my favorite parts. Look at this, look at this. Look at this cool thing. This is awesome. We get to be a part of all of this right here. That's a nice bike, yeah. Watch this, watch this. High five, buddy, yeah. Hi, how can I help you? Just kidding, let me show you guys a little bit what goes on back here. So here's the salsa prep table. This is what I'm talking about. Well prepped, ready to go. This is the way I can just hand these over to you guys, and you decide how much you want to add on there. Whether it's salsas, lemons, limes, onions, whatever you like. Everything. We have it all. Makes the taco perfect. We did used to have a cooler over on the floor, but I wanted to upgrade. I didn't like the look. I wanted something more efficient. Plus, the summer's coming in hard, and so I wanted a refrigerator. Now, check this out. We have a full soda refrigerator. Holds about 400 cans of soda, water bottles, the whole deal. So again, you will not have hot drinks. Everything will be nice and cold. This is Samantha Silcox. We both decided to do 3 tacos of al pastor with pineapple on top. Now let's load this baby up. One of the cool things, like I was saying, is that we don't pour all this stuff on you, the onions, the lime, all this extra stuff. We give you these little packets so that you can help yourself, and you can put as much as you want. Me personally, I like to put the whole thing. Oh shit. Okay, well, let's ignore the mess. I'll clean it up after, I promise. And next, let's put some carrots and some jalapenos. Check that out right there. Wow. Now I do like some of this stuff right here. All right, now we're gonna add some radish here. This stuff is so delicious. And then I do like some lime. Do you want some lime?
Yeah.
Here you go. Gotta add the lime. All right, and then finally, our salsas. I went with the hottest one you can get, which is the red hot sauce. So if you like hot sauce, ask for the hottest one. If you are a baby and want no hot sauce, basically ketchup, just kidding. Get the green sauce. It's a little mild. I just like to pour it all in there. I don't want to waste any time going back and grabbing the salsa. All right, ready? Do a little cheese or what?
Cheers.
Here you go. Cheers, girl. Wow. It's great having a food truck. Unlimited tacos. You guys have to come try this. It's so delicious. Okay, guys, let me show you guys the best way to experience downtown, Fremont experience. We have our tacos now. Let's go see what kind of trouble we can get into. I love coming out here to Fremont experience. It reminds me a lot of when I was in college. I used to come out here all the time with my friends. In those times, it was more of a lot of partying and drinking and things like that. So it brings back a lot of memories. I didn't come here for a very, very long time. And once we opened up Street Tacos, again, I get to experience this again with a different feel. Not drunk anymore. Although I'm not saying I won't have a good weekends, but again, it's great to come out here during the day, experience it, and just kind of have fun with it. Enjoy some tacos here at while running a business. At night, it's crazy. So at night, it gets really, really wild. It's a whole different feel. See, during the day, people are more chiller. They're walking around, a lot of tourists. At night, it's definitely a party. It's great. I love it. The ambient, everything, all the way around. You have the entire Fremont Street where you got bars on both sides, whether it's a restaurant, sit-down restaurants, or just enjoying some food, or going to these little bars all around. The whole Fremont Street experience is a great time. So I highly recommend everybody to come check us out and stop by Street Tacos, try our food. Let me know what you think. So can I finish my taco now?
Mine's been done.
Okay, guys, so we went already over everything, the layout, the design, why I have the flow the way I do. We went inside the kitchen. I showed you how I laid out my whole kitchen. The reason why I do it the way I do is that everything flows very smoothly. I talked about the marketing, the branding, how I would recommend you to do it for your food truck or food trailer so that people know who you are, no matter if you're in one place or another location. Again, the extras I add on, the tables, the menu, the A-frames, things like that. If you guys have any questions, come check us out. Also, don't forget to check out the buy or rent video. If you guys have any questions, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.